What's up guys, Jay here, Solo Yugioh. Welcome to the channel if you're new. We're back at it again with our monthly update, every other month, however often we do it, of Lightsworns. Max rarity. This deck is insanely expensive and pretty good. Not bad for Edison Format. We're playing it in a way that allows us to actually compete with the meta, because no one's going to call this S tier for Edison by any means, but it is viable strategy in the format. Obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be hit by the ban list because there's so many good cards in this deck. So before we get started, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and answer the daily question, which is, what is your favorite Edison era synchro? Mine's going to be Stardust Dragon. Probably a close second would be Black Rose Dragon, both of which I have in the first edition Ultimate Rares, which is pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get straight into the profile. Then that answering of the daily question, liking and subscribing qualifies you for the monthly giveaway, which we do every month, which is funded by the channel memberships and Patreon. Links down in the description below. So we appreciate you for that. Alright, we got 2 Dope Judgment Dragon. That is semi-limited. You can't play more than that, otherwise we definitely would. Card's freaking busted, especially with a Cold Wave attached on the front end. Thank you, Ruben, for doing that to me in one of our duel nights here on the channel. That was nice. We got Double Honest. Insane card from the format. It's kind of a card that makes you play in a certain way that maybe you don't want to play, maybe you don't feel comfortable. Kind of like how Gores does that to you, or Mirror Force does that to you, or Kalut. It's the fear of the unknown. Honest, such a good card. We got the single Lumina, limited to 1. One of the best ones, obviously. Allows you to facilitate a lot of things with discarding Necroguard and discarding Plague Spreader and getting something out. It's just really good. We've made some changes. We're down to double Lila, double Celestia, and now 3 Wolf. We went from 3 Lila to 2 Lila. Excuse me. And then 2 Wolf to 3 Wolf. I just felt this was a little better. I want to see Wolf more often. I don't even care if I draw this guy because he's glued to my hand regardless at 2 copies. So how much worse can it be at 3, right? He's just going to get soul recharged away anyways. But more often than not, you are going to mill him if you have more in your deck. So to me, that just makes sense. I did like 3 Lila, but I feel like 2 is probably just fine. For the best one, the best individual one anyways, to draw on a simplified game state, we got 3 Raikou. Popping any card plus milling 3 is pretty sweet, so we play additional copies of him with 2 Mega Hamster. Super Nimble Mega Hamster, say that 10 times really fast. We got the Warriors, all searchable off Rhoda. We got Jane, Gareth, and Aaron. Aaron just freaking ridiculous against the mirror match. Spin back those Raikous or Hamsters without them even seeing the light of day, and then the single Arcus for another name. For the one-ofs, all limited to 1, we got 1 Card Trooper. The Honorary Lightsworn allows you to mill right off the bat, which is kind of strong in this deck. Plus, he's just a trade neutral, draw 1 when he gets beat over. Plague Spreader Zombie, insane in this deck. Necroguard is super good. Gores and Trajodia, since we're playing no traps in this deck build actually. So this really helps us have a chance of not getting OTK'd. Gore is just so insane for this strategy. These are like a lot of the first, well, not these guys get banished, but these are a lot of the first pot of Avarice targets too, because you want to keep your Lightsworn names engraved, but these will often hit the graveyard more often than not, some way or another. We mill like crazy in this deck. For the Lightsworn spells, we got 1 Charge Library, 3 Soul Recharge. We would play 4 of this if we could, but it's limited to 1, so you can't play more than that. Soul Recharge, insane card. Just helps you reorganize your hand, get some stuff in your new stuff in your hand, and put some stuff in the graveyard. For Pot of Avarice, we're playing 2. We upgraded from those commons as recommended, so we're now playing the OG Super First Editions. They're only a few bucks, surprisingly. We got double Gold Sark, just insane for search JD, or also more often than not, if I just am not in a position to even summon JD because I really just bricked so hard, I'll go for Charge Light Brigade. I'll get that guy out of the deck, so in 2 turns I know I'm gonna mill 3, get the ball rolling in that regard, plus I'm gonna be able to add Raikou or something to defend myself. Charge Light Brigade, just a goated card. And then Foolish Burial, obviously you can get a Wolf out right away, get a Plague Spreader, Necroguard, another name for JD. This card is so good in this deck. 1 Rhoda, it just helps you search for a name, which you can also solar recharge away. between those 3 warriors, as well as just a consistency card. I love searching Gareth if I already have Mills on the board, because then I can just slap him down and start plussing off the draws, hopefully. Cold Weight, Heavy Storm, Giant Trunade, MST, all limited to 1. All blowout cards for the back row. Like I said, Cold Wave JD is freaking insane. It allows you to go in for a game so easily. Giant Trunade, I love this card because it plays around Starlight Road. But of course, Heavy Storm MST, super good as well. MST just blind into something. Heavy Storm always feels the scariest because you don't know if you're going to Starlight Roaded, which is really bad. At least you can get out your JD and then attack over Stardust, but still, you don't want that to happen if you don't have to. Alright guys, that's it for the main deck. It's a tight 40. It's a solid 40. We've had a lot of playtesting with it. I feel like the ratios work, and then also this change of Wolf and Lila is going to be to the benefit of the deck and the consistency as well. For the extra deck, we got 1 Army Arm. We can do the Army Arm OTK, but it's not likely, but it is there. And seeing as how we play a Plague Spreader, might as well have anything you can make, right? We got Magic Landjoy and a Catastor for the 2 best level 5 generic ones. We got Yugioh, Guardian, and Bryonic for the 2 best generic level 6s, as well as the Tempest Magician because we can play it. We got Black Rose Dragon for the board wipe, the Ancient Fairy, because it's a little bit better if you just want to do some other stuff. Red Giant Archfiend, Stardust, Thought Ruler, Colossal, the best level 8s, bar none. And then we got the level 9 in case we can make it. And then we got 2 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon for the side deck with the Cyber Dragons. So let's go over them very quickly. Magic Landjoy, Catastor, obviously the 2 best level 5s. Like I said, Catastor is limited to 1, so you can't play more than that. Yugioh, Guardian, Bryonic, limited to 1 as well. Just insane. I love the fact that Bryonic can discard names into the graveyard, which is pretty cool. As well as if you have Necro Guardian, you get rid of that. Tempest Magician, we can make that because we play Lila. Otherwise, we have no way of making that, so remember that. The reason why I said Ancient Fairy is just better in certain states than Black Rose, because Black Rose is more of a board wipe. Although the option is, the effect to board wipe is optional, so. But if you want to put up a 3,000, but I mean, that's a thing too. Red Jar, Archfiend, Stardust, Thought Ruler, and Colossal Fighter, just so good. He destroys everything in defense position. This one can prevent destruction, so that's really good in the mirror match, actually, if you can pop him off somehow. Thought Ruler, good against Deepers and stuff like that. And then Colossal Fighter, super hard to out sometimes. Mistworm is only level 9. We can make it, but it is kind of hard, so. But he's just there for an option, like I said. We have a Plague Spreader, so you might as well play what you can actually make. And then Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, that allows us to out their machines in the game state of, if we have Cyber Dragon, they have machine monsters, so. Yeah, that's it for the Lightsworn deck profile for this month, guys. If you guys enjoy Edison Format, Goat Format, all the old formats of any kind, consider joining us if you made it this far. We'd like to do a lot of that stuff and provide some value to the community. Alright guys, peace out.